Hello everybody and welcome back to day 2 of the Tata Rapid and Blitz here from Calcutta in India.
No.
I think the drum roll had to be at the beginning, right?
Oh, next time.
Next time. We are in round 6 already. This is it. This is the last game of the day. It's flown by because we've been so entertained by the chess.
I love Rapid.
By the action, me too. And I don't know what we're going to do about the Blitz. That's going to be complete chaos. But
if you guys ever want to become commentators, always choose Rapid events. There's so much happening.
Yeah, there's so much fun. So it's round 6 and we have had a lot of interesting results, a lot of interesting games. Here's a quick recap of round 5. Hikaru won a very, very easy game, ostensibly against Surya, as did Wesley after he managed to get through that phase of getting his pieces sorted out. And
I think that was an important win for Wesley because he's kind of been struggling a little bit in this tournament, so finding his form with that important win against a strong player, that always helps.
Here are the standings very quickly after round 5. We've got Aronian and Nakamura leading the pack on 3.5. 3 for Sergey Karjakin, 50% for Mamajarov. And so Nihal Sarin, the superstar youngster, 14 years of age, has drawn 4 games and lost 1 only. Big hearts there from Hanya. And Vidit having a disappointing tournament actually so far. He's going to have to try and pull things back after this round and the remaining 4 rounds. And we've got Surya. Yeah, Surya.
He's up against Karjakin.
So the games will start almost immediately. This is the last round for today. But remember guys, this is not the only bit of chess that you guys are going to be involved with, because after we finish here today, it is game number 2 of the World Championship match between Fabiano Caruana and Magnus Carlsen. All of the action will be live here on twitch.tv/chess. So you cannot go anywhere. It is the game yesterday, Tanya, just as a little side note, what a game between Fabiano and Magnus. Ups and downs.
It was amazing.
Incredible drama.
Round 1 of the World Championship, you do not expect that to happen. That was intense. But what do you think, Lawrence? What is it? Is it harder for Magnus to have played so dominatingly but missed the win? Or is it going to be harder for Fabi to come out of this knowing that he was struggling throughout with the white pieces but managed to survive?
I think it's a definite win for Fabiano. That's not me being biased. I think Magnus will find it more difficult to accept the fact that he squandered a great opportunity than Fabi, who really showed fantastic resourcefulness to hold the draw. But that's to be discussed later. Let's get on with the games now, and I'm just going to bring them up, of course.
Right.
What are your predictions here, Tanya?
So we've got in front of us Hikaru and Nihal. Now I am just so impressed with Nihal right now. I mean, that last game with Shak Mamajarov, if that doesn't impress you, nothing can. And right now he's up against Hikaru Nakamura, a really exciting game. He's playing someone who's believed to be one of the absolute best in fast play formats, but Nihal's been showing a lot of grit and determination. Here's a fun fact. These two have never played against each other face to face, but they have played 80 games on chess.com, out of which it's 11 to 59 for Hikaru with 10 draws. So we can definitely expect a bloodbath on the board.
80 games.
80 games, never face to face, and this is the first time they meet.
That's quite funny, isn't it, really? How many people...
You kind of know each other, but then you don't know each other.
Yeah, they played a lot, obviously.
It's a bit like the dating scene today, like how you meet people online all the time, and you don't really see them.
Are you a bit of an expert in that, Tanya? Is there something you want to say?
On camera.
And, well, we've got an opening here. Hikaru sticking with actually his favourite kind of opening on chess.com. When he plays these blitz events, he plays knight f3, e3, b3 sometimes. You know, just tries to get a position, not try and out-theory his opponent. Yeah, you call yourself Dad. And he's just going to look to get a position against the young guy and try and outplay him, and he has done exactly that. And I'm sure he's played this exact position against Nihal online in their 80 games. And we'll see what happens in this, basically.
Now, the other interesting matchup that we have in round 6 is Mamedyarov Shahryar versus Vishy Anand.
Yeah. Ooh.
So they've also played a number of games against each other. Right now, Vishy leads with 11-5. But here's the thing: the last time they played each other was at the Grand Chess Tour at the Sinquefield Cup, and Shak won that game. So recently, Shak's been the one getting the better of Vishy, but overall, Vishy's had a better score. And what do we have here on board?
Well, we have a very interesting position. We have a Queen's Gambit decline, but a very tricky move. Normally the move knight c3 or g3 are played here, a Catalan or a mainline Queen's Gambit, but bishop g5 first by Shak, mixing things up. This is actually a favourite of Grandmaster Mark Hebden's from England. The point is that after bishop g5, if black now gives a check here, you can go knight c3, which transposes into a mainline Rogozin, but you can also play this tricky move knight bd2, and there are some advantages to having the knight on d2 compared to c3. But that didn't happen because Vishy, perhaps a little bit unexpectedly, took on c4 first, and now after knight c3 we are actually in one of the main lines of the so-called Vienna position. Black here again could play bishop b4, after which e4 is a very, very well-known game. Nevertheless, Vishy decided to go a6, looking to support his pawn with b5. Shak cut that out with a4, and now this allows black to play the move knight to c6. The point being that now when white grabs the center with e4, if white ever just manages to take this pawn back, he's got a terrific position, having the center and everything else. Black has now got a really interesting move, the move knight to a5. Simply looking to protect the pawn and utilize the fact that the b3 square is a bit weak. And actually black's, you know, if he manages to get castled, get his pieces active, he will just be a pawn up. That's the justification, at least. So a nice, and of course Vishy, being the world-class opening player that he is, has of course looked at this before, and we've got some moves.
Right. So we're just gonna
Queen c2, played by Mamedyarov. Also fairly typical move now that the rook can come to d1 as well.
Bishop b7, rook d1, all looks natural.
Yeah.
He also wants to go knight e5 next at some point.
Well, he might want to go knight e5. He might want to go d5 actually, and just try and open things up against this queen. And I think that this is this has got the makings of a very, very interesting game.
Middle game.
Yeah. By the way, a little head-to-head score here. Vishy leads Shak 11-5 in their head-to-heads, although as you pointed out.
Yes, and the last time that they played, it was not the Sinquefield Cup, it was the Rapid in St. Louis.
Exactly. All right, let's go to another game. Where do you want to go next, Tanya?
Let's see Harry Wesley.
Harry against Wesley. Okay.
So these guys played against each other at the Olympiad. A very important game for India against the US. We lost that match, but these two drew against each other just last month at the Olympiad in Batumi. It was a very quick draw. It was a bit strange because Harry was white, and yeah, he drew well quite quickly.
All right, and we have a line we've seen loads already here. The rook e1 Berlin and d4, knight e8. We already saw this last round. In that game, it was between Karjakin and Aronian. It went d5 and bishop c5. So
bishop c5 here, yes.
Check out the last game. But this time, Harry Krishnan decides to do something a bit different. Plays move c4, much more natural looking move. Not giving up the c5 square. Bishop f6, rook e1. But now we see the move d5. Very, very standard reaction in the center here. And now white took. Queen takes d5 and bishop e3 and bishop f5, knight c3 and queen d7. And basically what Harry is saying is, I understand I've got an isolated d-pawn here, but I've got very good piece play. I'm probably going to play a move like queen to b3 and rook a d1. This pawn is a bit tender. If I can get my pieces nicely coordinated in this middle game, that will offset the weakness for this pawn.
But I have to say, I mean, black also looks absolutely fine here. The knight will come to d6, the pieces are developed, and black doesn't really have any weaknesses. And here's a bit of head-to-head fact between Wesley and Hari. It's 2-1 for Wesley. He leads. The last decisive game they had was actually in Tata Steel in 2017, where Wesley won with the white pieces. And as I pointed out last time, they drew in Bottomie. So it was only in 2017 that they actually had a decisive game. This position as well, I have to say, I feel that Black's done fine getting out of the opening. The knight will probably come to d6. Hari with 26 minutes makes me feel that Hari's still pretty much in a very familiar position.
Yeah. Almost certainly Hari's had a look at this or something very similar, but okay, we'll come back to that. Yeah, let's go to another game. Let's go to Sergey Ganguly against Aronian, another Italian. It looks like we've had like 3 or 4 main openings this tournament. The Italian game, we've had some Queen's Gambit declines, we've had a lot of Berlins.
Yes.
So it seems like
all of them have been with Rook E1.
Yes, exactly. And Bishop C4, Bishop C5, and another Italian. This time, Surya playing kind of standard, but Levon has gone for the King H8 and Knight H7 maneuver and Knight E3 by Surya. This idea of going King H8 is predominantly so that Black can play not F4, but certainly F5 at the right moment. This is a setup that I used to play with Black. Knight H7 as well is not, it looks like an odd move, but it's got a clear strategic idea to allow F5, but also sometimes the knight can come to G5, exchange itself for this F3 knight, and that means that playing the move D4 is a lot more difficult for White. So, over now to Levon, who's facing Knight E3. Now playing F5 is not actually that easy, so a move like Knight G5 is very possible. I don't think Black wants to play Bishop E6 in these positions because no, he actually takes it off.
So he wants to go F5.
Yeah,
that's his point.
Very interesting.
The whole idea of King H8 and Knight H7 is to get F5.
I wonder if here Surya will actually take with the F pawn, with the idea that if now F5, White can always take and then play E4, and actually this would be a fantastic result.
Bishop G4.
Yeah, but these positions are fantastic for White. With the 2 bishops now, this bishop is fantastic. A move like Queen E1 or Bishop E3. I mean, I want to get out the pin, maybe come around here. You control the center. You've got space on the queen side. No, this is rocking and rolling. This is rocking and rolling. So I think F takes E3 is a legitimate move here for Surya. And we're going to go to the Mamedyarov game because we've got action. Wow. So Rook D1 was the last point, Tanya. H6, takes, and now E5 and D5. This is very, very enterprising. Yeah, I mean, the point is you can't take on D5 because Rook takes D5 ends the game.
So Bishop D7 would be forced and Knight hangs on A5.
Although actually, does it end the game immediately?
You've got B6, right? C6, okay. Or C6, yes.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't end the game immediately. Huh. So maybe here even Knight takes D5. I mean, this
but Rook D5, Bishop D7 looks so bad for Black anyway.
Maybe they're actually after Rook D5, Bishop D7.
You know, there's E6.
Exactly.
I don't know what it is, but it looks everything. Yeah, just E6 is very
winning,
strong because Fe6, Queen G6, and Knight E5. It's still not over though, or is it? It is over.
No,
it's totally
over.
Yeah, Bishop E8 runs into Rook into D8 and it's pinned.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's totally over.
So this would be toast. No, he can't take on D5. So what is it that Vishy wants here? And Vishy's having a think. He's on 21 minutes. D6 is a threat. What is his move?
I don't know. I'd
could
take
he be in
White
trouble
here.
already?
Vishy could be in trouble here. I mean, this is a very, very unpleasant position. I mean, Vishy castled here.
And D6?
And he hasn't played that yet. I guess his idea is that after D6,
Queen E8 is forced.
And he's probably thinking...
Just saying, yeah, maybe this is...
Maybe this is
I don't know,
okay,
Knight D5 is an option. So he's gone D6 because otherwise Black can just move the queen. And he takes on F7 as well. Probably Queen F7 or Rook Queen F7.
And Knight D5.
Wow. Shak is really going for it.
He's going for
He's
it, but
going
I'm
for
not
it.
convinced.
No?
No.
What worries you here?
I like Black's coordination. I like the fact that there's pressure here. I mean, even in this position, I would just be like ready to play Bishop G4 or Bishop F5.
Bishop F5.
Bishop C5 is an idea as well. I'm not.
What's your... Okay, Bishop F5, I can play Queen C3 and then your knight on A5 is...
Yeah, okay.
So Bishop G4 looks interesting because you've got a threat of Bishop F3.
But then you go Bishop E2, Rook D. I mean, I just want to...
You have to develop, right? So
yeah,
you take out your rook.
It's just about... But maybe... Well, even this I'm not convinced is bad for Black because this pawn... I mean, Black isn't a pawn down here, right?
I want to play Queen C3. Maybe now. I mean, I know you can take on D1 and I don't know, probably I should have... Okay.
No, this is okay. But I mean, even this, like, let's just say I take, and then went here. How bad?
You don't care about Queen C4 check?
No, not really.
Your bishop on G4 is hanging, so you have to be a little careful. You have to come back, but now you're a pawn down. I just need to castle and it's fine. So Queen E4.
Draw?
No,
I don't know. So my spidey senses are tingling here. They really are.
Knight D5, I think Black has to be a little careful actually. Let's just go back to... So he's gone B5.
Yeah.
B5. That's an aggressive way to counter the position.
I like it because you can't
Bishop
take
B7
here
is what he wants.
because of this check,
Yes.
and you win. By the way, guys, I want to just give a shout out to the entire community. The entire community, our chess community. We've got over 6,000 viewers at the moment on Twitch, which is amazing. So give yourselves a pat on the back, everybody, for watching and supporting. And
doing the right thing.
Make sure, if you are watching the broadcast, that you also click that follow button on Twitch. And the reason you want to do that is A, because you'll be reminded that me and Tanya are on tomorrow, and B, it's Danny and Robert Hess a bit later for the World Championship. So click that follow button, and if you're feeling even more generous, hit that sub button, support the channel. You can see the amount of work that chess.com are doing, and every little helps. And I know we would be giving a lot of shout outs as well for all you new subs. So get subbing, get following. And thanks very much. Where are we going next, Tanya?
All right, so let's go and
I mean
see...
the chess, not
Yes.
like on a holiday.
No, we're not going on a holiday.
Oh, okay.
Ever.
Oh, all right.
So let's just see what...
So I had 2 free tickets to the Bahamas.
I thought we were going to talk about chess.
Oh, right, okay. Let's talk about chess.
For a change. So it's Hari and So, and this is the position, and I'm going to just... Yeah, this is up to date. You know what? I have to say that I think Black has come out really well out of the opening.
Yeah.
I just don't see any problems at all for Black here.
I don't see any problems either. I really don't see any. I can just see, you ask and you shall receive. Shout out to Tagbon, who's gifted a gazillion subs, a sub bomb there. All of you lucky guys who got sub there, thank you so much for Tagbon for that sub bomb there. That's amazing. Back to the position though. Tanya's like, what's a sub bomb? Tanya, you got to get with the Twitch.
I really need to get with it.
Know.
I'm only like, yeah, I'm 100 years back. No, I might. Yeah, I should. You're really into it.
I mean,
You're really following them.
I am following them. I love them all.
You love them
I love
so
them
much.
all.
All right, back to chess, Lawrence.
Yeah.
So this game honestly is no fun at the moment. So I'm gonna go to the next one, which is. All right, this looks interesting.
Yes.
A lot going on the center.
I like this position.
Everything's challenged.
Yes.
So this is Vidit against Sergey. Now Vidit's been struggling a bit here. Sergey's been on form. 17 minutes to 22 minutes. Not too bad. What's the position?
I like White's position. These
like
are positions I dream of as White. Yeah, I mean, my queen on h3, she's lurking in the shadows.
But the problem is she's the only one lurking.
No, she's not. I got my bishop on b2 lurking.
True.
My bishop on g2
A lot of
lurking.
lurkers there.
I'm a big...
You like lurking, don't you?
I do. I really do. I like that queen. I really don't like black's position here. But Sergey is so calm. He's like, yeah, I'm not bothered at all. All of your threats are just...
He loves it. No, he loves defending something.
He loves defending. Sick. And the point is that after bishop e7, you're going to take on c5 in a lot of positions. I'm not sure when. You're going to open up
Probably
that...
not right now, yeah.
You might even do it right now. I'm not sure. Knight takes c5. And let me just play like a... As I like to tell my students, like a Neanderthal, knight g5. Or knight e5. I don't know which one.
G5.
G5. Let me just play like a Neanderthal. Like, I am threatening stuff here.
You know what? Because you love your queen so much.
Yep.
I kind of want to go here.
Okay, now you're going to get mated. Queen h6 and you can resign.
Oh, bishop f6 is a real threat, huh? d4 I have, but it looks, you can just take, yeah, d4 looks bad. You just go knight f3 probably.
These are positions I dream of.
This is what you love.
Yeah.
I just fell for that, like directly.
You
yeah,
did.
d4 is not going to survive.
No, this is losing. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying d takes c5 is the best move here. I'm just saying that,
but it's very interesting, and I mean, I personally prefer the knight on e5, but knight g5, this whole idea, I mean, how are you going to...
I mean, you can get away with h5 or something here.
Yeah, I think I have to do that, actually, and maybe that's the right way to answer this.
But there's just so much tension and my queen is
bad.
bad.
I'm coming queen d7 next. I like queen d7, but I have to be a little careful. All right, let's see what we had.
What did he do?
Okay, so he went knight e5. This is a very typical way to play as well.
Yeah, because
right?
also the bishop now on b7 is unprotected.
Yes, so
right?
this is the main point. You can't take on c4, and you don't want to take on e5 because this is what white wants. And how are you going to respond to knight e5?
I don't know.
I think Vidit has reasons to be happy with his position here.
I think Sergey's in big trouble.
So he's taken on d4, and he's probably, because you don't want to take knight d7 because of queen d7, so he's going to take bishop d4 here? Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why is white not just loads
He's
better?
got knight d7, but what about queen d7 now?
Hold on a second.
So he took on d7.
No. Black.
Oh, I mean c d4 happened, and he took on d7. And black went knight d7. I'm wondering why he didn't... He probably didn't like queen d7 because after all these exchanges,
you lose a pawn.
You're just stuck with this d5 weakness, which is pinned, and it's very hard to defend it. It's probably not possible. So knight e5, c d4, knight d7, and Sergey went knight d7. So does he want to go bishop f6 next if you take bishop d4? Vidit has gone bishop d4. Is bishop f6 an option?
It feels like this position is hanging
He's
by...
gone bishop f6.
Feels like it's hanging by a thread. Literally a thread. So let's try and work this out. I mean, for a start, white can win a pawn, right? Bishop takes f6.
How are you winning a pawn here?
I'll show you. And knight e4. I know you're impressed.
No, this shouldn't work.
Can you say...
This shouldn't work, not because you just suggested it, but I feel black should be fine, yeah?
What? Why?
Wait.
Looks like it's dead for black. Well, I mean, a pawn is a pawn.
I mean, you really don't win the pawn because I have takes and takes on e4 and rook c5. So
Excuse me?
Okay, I take on e4.
And you want to go rook c5.
So you have to take back.
You think you're going to queen g2? I'm insisting on winning a pawn.
Insist. So can I go queen a8 and rook d8? Why not? So you take bishop d5, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm going to win a pawn. There's just no question.
I mean, bishop d5?
Okay, rook d5?
Yeah, rook d5 takes. You know, even that you're going to lose that pawn. These endings are okay for black.
No,
actually,
they're not. They're really
okay,
not.
So what do you... Oh, you're going to take
with the pawn,
d5,
of course.
Yeah.
This is
maybe
definitely not okay for black.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Clip it!
Alright, but he played knight f1.
Interesting. Okay, so maybe this is... I mean, this is just another way. The knight gets to e3 is beautiful. This is really bad for Sergey. I think he's in big trouble here. What do you think?
I'm still thinking about what you suggested. Okay, let's just go back here. So this was the line.
You mean the trip to the Bahamas?
No, I really don't think this should work. This just doesn't make sense that this should work.
Why? Why? It's
I'll
of course it should work. It's a pawn. I'm not saying that it's winning, but this does work.
Well,
this works.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I mean, I don't know. All right, let's move on.
It doesn't matter.
Because it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
He went knight f1 with the idea of knight e3 and winning this pawn as well, which looks very promising actually.
It looks horrible for black. I don't even know how you play this position. Like, you're pinned everywhere. You're pinned down the d file. You're pinned on the long diagonal. How do you even play this position? But Sergey's the kind of guy who can. That's the sick thing. Sergey is the kind of guy who can just play this position.
Yeah, this looks bad for black, huh? With this pin along the d file and along the diagonal. I don't see how he's going to get out of it without losing this d pawn.
Correct.
All right, so we're going to find. Let's go to something.
Let's go back to the Iranian game, Tanya.
Yes. Where is it?
Surya again. So
yeah. So. All right, a lot happened. Let's just start with bishop e3 where we left it. So fa3 and knight g5.
Yeah.
Queen g5.
And wow, you just gave up the pawn.
For what exactly?
Let's find out. Knight d8. Okay.
Takes on f1, take on f1.
Knight e6.
Knight comes.
Bishop d2, rook f8, queen e1, queen
for
e8.
activity.
Feels like a bit of a punt to me, Tanya, if you get my drift.
You know what? I don't know if this is enough. I don't know if this is enough compensation. I mean, I don't see your play down this
I mean, the
file.
bishop is really bad on d2.
Yeah, but you know, it's also double bishop. And if you're able to go queen g... I think he can go queen g3 here, no? I want to go queen g3, maybe rook f1.
So queen g3, what do you want to do? Rook, queen g3... So, okay, queen g3 is the most natural move on the board.
Queen g3 looks very natural, and I want to play rook f1. I was just saying, so h3 probably is just too weakening. You don't want to do that.
h3, he'll take it.
You don't want to take h3. You don't want to play h3. So queen g3, and I'm dreaming of rook f1, honestly. I'm a pawn up. You know, when you have an extra pawn, you trade pieces.
Have you ever dreamt
All
of
I'm
rook
saying
f1?
is that I do not think that this is enough compensation.
Yeah, I think black has to be super accurate here.
So what? You have to move the knight, right? Because you can't go bishop e2. Your knight's hanging, so let's say knight c5 or knight g5. Okay, if you try to insist on an attack or a compensation and you go knight g5, can I just go rook f1 here? Because you have some threats, I think.
No, you can't.
I can't go rook f1?
No.
What's going on?
Takes bishop e2 and knight takes e4, and c4's weak.
That's right. Okay, so I can't. So maybe knight g5 is a good move.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bit dangerous because both of my bishops aren't actually contributing to the defense here.
Interesting. This is interesting. I mean, when you look at it, you feel like white has two bishops and there's no attack and he's an extra pawn. But maybe black is able to develop something with knight g5 threats, because anytime white trades off this bishop and the e6 knight, then definitely black has nothing to worry about. All right, I'm going to jump to Vidit Karjakin.
No, we've been there.
We were just there, right?
Yeah.
So, Shak and Vishy.
Okay.
Oh, this was an interesting opening.
Yeah. Looks as though Vishy's okay here, to my eyes. Looks as though Vishy is okay.
Yeah,
actually, maybe he's a bit better. I mean... What do you do here, though? Queen...
Queen c5 is rook d1.
Yeah, but then f2 is always...
But what is your move? I think the endings could be worse for black.
Some endings for sure. But I don't know. It's a tricky one, isn't it?
It's a very interesting position, this one. It's
a tricky one. Don't know. What did he do? Oh, he took. Takes.
So what did he play?
He took.
He took on d4, queen d4, and it's on Vishy again, so he's going to go rook d8.
Probably, but
then what about queen a7, rook d2? Maybe rook d8 is possible.
I don't like this. I mean, the rook was nicely situated on f8 anyway. I'm not sure. Is he going to go c5? Is that
c5
ever an idea?
Because queen a7 could be a real threat.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gone rook d8.
He's gone rook d8.
Because I think the point is that after queen a7, you have rook d2. He's gone queen a7.
Okay.
I like this. I like this very much. Playing for everything. And rook d2.
On the board?
On the board.
All
so
right.
bishop f3, and now black has to be slightly careful about his king, because there are always these kind of motives. If you go rook b2.
Tricky, isn't it?
It's
really
really
tricky.
interesting.
Really double-edged.
Because, so I'm just seeing, okay, what happens with a move like rook b2, for example? What are you going to play here? Are you going to go rook d1? Rook d1 is an option. I think it's a very interesting option. If black takes on b2, but I'm not.
No idea, Tanya.
Because rook d1 also the c3 is possible. It's not really made that.
I never understand these positions. Not just these positions, but just any
position.
Any position.
Do you understand positions where you have rook odds?
No, I don't. Thanks, Daniel.
All right, so
I'm going to remember that one.
Rook b2 has been taken. This is going to get really interesting because I mean, black is threatening c3, c2 next. Black has got a super threat here, and white really has to checkmate. So get this. Can I have you from Twitch for a moment?
They loved your last comment, Tanya. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so the point is, so black is winning if white is not able to checkmate him right now.
Correct.
And how are you going to checkmate him? Do tell. So rook d1, you have to get the rook into the game, right? Queen a8 runs into queen f8.
Right.
You could play queen c6 then, but let's say rook d1.
Okay.
Trying to win everything. He's gone queen a6, so neither of them. All right, let's just stay on track with this. I really want to play c3 now, but I just don't know.
Why don't you want to go b4 here?
b4? That's a good question. Why do I want to give my pawn?
Exactly. Two passes. Two little guys running down the board.
So, why don't I like b4? I have a feeling like my a pawn will be very dangerous, more than yours. So, okay, if I go queen a8 check, you're going to play queen f8 or king h7?
I haven't decided yet. Probably.
It's between b4 and c3, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe ba4 is also possible. Actually,
Nah.
why not? No, why not? Okay, let's just candidate moves, right?
Is this a free lesson?
This
or?
is a lesson. Just enjoy it.
He's not taking here. If he takes here, I'll immediately leave the studio now, because that's normally what happens. They just take there. He's going to go b4. He's going to go b4. If there's
let's just see what happens if we go a bit rash. Okay, what's your move here?
Or c3. You're right. It's b4 or c3. He's not taking on a4.
That's sharp looking at the LED screens.
So what if I take on b5?
Yeah, we've got to see that. I think that's the most important.
And I give a check, queen a8.
So you give a check, right? And now, I kind of want to go queen f8 because...
Okay, queen f8, queen c6.
Queen c6 is what you want to do. And now I've got to come up with my queen somewhere.
Yeah, but you're kind of losing the thread a bit.
And then you can go rook c1.
I can go rook c1, I can go queen c3.
And I don't really have a threat here.
No.
I don't have a threat. You're right, maybe c3. So he's gone ba4. It's not all that stupid if you think about it, because I want to push this pawn without allowing...
See, this is what normally happens when I say I say a move will never happen, it happens.
Yeah.
But luckily now I only bet that I would leave the studio, which I can't actually do.
Yeah.
So we're okay.
Well. We're okay. Because the point is that if you go b4, this pawn could get really potentially very dangerous. Because these pawns, it looks really strong, but they can be defended with the bishop and rook. And this bishop controlling this a8 square, it's scary. I think ba4 makes a lot of sense.
By the way, 8,000 viewers, guys.
Want you to leave the studio?
Yeah. 8,000 viewers watching us. Give yourselves a pat on the back. We are very happy to have so many people watching. Obviously, everybody getting warmed up for the World Championship match as well, but it's great that you're checking it. This is a fantastic event, guys. Some of the best players in the world here playing Rapid.
Tata comes to India. I mean, this is...
Yeah. So...
It's the home.
Okay, so this is going to get very...
So queen a4 was played, right?
Yeah, queen a4.
And now is c3 going to happen?
Well...
Or does he want to go queen c5?
These positions are just really tough to just analyze.
So c3 makes so much sense.
Yes.
You push that pawn.
Push pawns.
I think it's going to be queen a8 check now.
Let's go to another game though, Tanya, because...
This is really heating up, so we're going to come back to this soon.
Yes.
Also, don't forget that Vishy's down to 8 minutes and Shak has double the time.
Let's go back to Hikaru's game. What do you think?
Yeah.
Against
Queen
Nihal. And we've got a position here where we're in a middle game where Nihal has been left with this isolated d-pawn. And Shak is lining up the battery here, potentially. But Shak is also basically, I'm very impressed with his decision, his strategic decision in this game. Because he understands that Nihal is very tactical.
Yes, he is.
He's very sharp, he calculates very well. But how well does he maneuver in positions like this where it's all about maneuvering? So I like what Hikaru's done. Nihal's just played rook e8. Maybe d4 is in the air.
Knight d4 is a threat.
What if I just slide here?
I think I want to go knight e4.
Oh, but then knight e5,
Knight e5
right?
is the
Yeah.
other thing.
Okay, so what do I do here?
So d4 and knight... d4 is a threat here.
d4 might... I'm not even sure it is. That's the point.
Why? If for example, if you make something like h3 or make a move like h3, okay, just for demonstration purposes. Can I not
runs
just go
into a
d4?
knight c4, no?
Yeah, then I just move my queen. I mean, you're still pinned.
I know, but what if I like being pinned? Yeah, and like after that,
No,
I can move.
I can just move anywhere. I don't know where.
No, I know, but how? I mean, even this. Why is this so?
Queen c5 or queen g5. The point is like you shouldn't allow d4.
Well,
I'm pretty sure he's not going to.
Queen
allow
c5
d4.
is very bad because it runs into sometimes e takes d4.
Okay, maybe queen g5. Maybe even queen c7.
Queen g5 also runs.
Maybe queen c7.
Queen c7.
Queen g5, you don't run into it because you lose the bishop on g.
Right.
on
Okay.
G5.
But I can. But you put your queen in that.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe queen c7. But my point is that why do you want to allow d4 and let black get rid of the only weakness he has on the board?
Because my bishops open up. So like, let's say I played a move
Bishop
like.
b2 or what?
No, queen d3 here or queen d3. Let's say.
Queen d3, yeah.
I mean, these positions are still unpleasant for black.
You're right, because after d3 you have bishop. But
Clip
then I
it.
rook d8. No, wait, you're not right yet.
Okay.
So you have to take. Wait, bishop e3?
Probably. And you want to just go rook
Rook
d8.
d8, yeah. And I am a happy camper.
And you're just about equal, huh? Even that, I'm not convinced. I mean, these two bishops really, with both pawns on each side of the board,
I'll be surprised if he allows d4. He's gone queen d3.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
Of course it
because
does.
And now knight e5 or knight e4. There are two options.
Why? So why?
I think if you go knight e4, the issue could be knight f3. But then, yeah, maybe this is not.
Why?
Okay, so what do you want to play against? You want to
take
take and
it.
queen d7? Well, that's a valid option.
Take and queen d5 even.
All right, yeah.
Queen
These
d5.
endings
Hold on,
are
whoa. Queen d5 runs into
rook
d8.
d8. You don't want to run into queen d5, and even queen d7 runs into rook.
Why? Even here, if I went like queen c4, let's say. Why is?
Yeah, no. I think.
This is just. I never understood these positions. I mean.
You think white's better?
Much better.
Yeah, because he has the control of the d file. The bishop's coming on b2. This is a weakness. I agree with this, which is why I think like maybe knight e5. Hikaru looks a bit. What is going on?
No,
here?
he's very happy. Believe me, he's very
He's
happy.
very happy with
Yes,
this.
he's very happy here.
And what's the time situation? So Nihal's down to 7 minutes. He's got knight e5.
He's going to go
yes.
queen f5. Yeah? Oh, queen
And
c2.
queen c2.
Okay, keeping it simple. Just trying to, outmaneuver him basically.
Yeah, and he's playing fast. He's piling on the time pressure as well as the position looks good. Yeah, you're right. He's chosen a good strategy. He's played the player.
Exactly. Don't hate the player.
Play him.
Should we go to another game? Let's go back
Yes.
to the Harry Krishna So game. We haven't been there
Let's
for a
do
while
that.
because that actually got very exciting.
All right. So this is us up to date with that. This
Yeah.
is the position on the board.
Wow, this is one of those positions as well where
So that's an extra pawn for black.
yeah, but his position is hanging on by a thread.
You like saying that?
I do. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Do you have a favorite slogan or saying that you?
Yes, I can't say it on air. It's called "Shut up, Lawrence."
You just said it on air.
I did.
All right.
Alright, so
this
what is
position.
going on here?
I mean, look. Black is pinned. The bishop on d4 has got no support.
So he's taken on c5, which
I know,
makes...
but it just feels so shaky for black.
So the bishop on d4 is... So rook c5 here, right? No other move. So he's gone rook c5.
But I just feel like we are just one move away from winning here.
Tell me what's that move?
I don't know what that move is. Maybe it's not though. It's one of those positions.
Can I just pin this bishop and try and win it?
It's what I.
So bishop e3 is not
Have
possible.
you just ignored me for the past 3 minutes? That's what I've been.
No, but I'm just trying to think how.
Okay, well.
Because you know what black's next move is? I think black wants to go b5 next.
What?
And then you'll have to move your bishop and I'll get rid of all my problems.
Why?
After rook c1.
Why? Why does that get rid of all your problems when I take back on c1 with the bishop? I'll let you have b5 somehow.
Also h5. Okay, so what is your
H5
move here with
I
white?
understand.
What is your move with white?
I don't know what my move is.
Maybe it's fine for black,
Yeah,
know?
it
Maybe
could
it's just
be.
an extra pawn then.
It could.
I mean, definitely a little bit of compensation, but maybe not enough.
Oh, it's a tricky one.
You know what? I like black here.
You like black?
If black is not losing that bishop instantly, so he's gone bishop b3.
Yeah, this is tricky.
And what about...
This is tricky here. I like white.
So rook c5 is a threat. Can I just go h5 here?
H5, and if queen...
You have to just win this bishop. That's the only thing.
No, H5, queen takes G6 check, Tanya.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we missed it. I missed that
let's
completely.
not-
No. Let's not blunder.
It feels like white is doing really well here.
So rook c1, you're going to play
Bishop
bishop c1,
C1,
right? And now wait a moment. Can I go queen c7? Not sure if this is the right square. Maybe c6 was better, but let's say queen c7.
Okay, so let's say I now play...
Maybe this is fine.
Maybe this is the way. Close, huh? Yeah, I don't see a way to punish that. There is no punishment.
There's definitely compensation. I mean, this bishop is a strong bishop against this pawn, and I agree with all of that. But I think black could be better here. All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
You'd rather be white here, though, no?
I don't know. In this, yeah. I mean, I still think that like long-term compensation I've got
is
enough.
there?
Yeah.
So this is really interesting.
What's happened? Whoa.
Whoa. That a lot changed on the king side.
But what happened to my king side? Aren't I just really weak on the king side here?
Yeah, but the problem is that you might have to just trade your queens.
No way.
What are you going to play? How are you going to keep it all?
Well, I want to take on g6. Forgive me for being a Neanderthal. I mean, how bad is this?
I think very.
Queen g3?
King goes somewhere.
Okay.
I think it has to be 8-7 or f7, right? So let's go 8-7. You want to go queen d3?
I'm even.
What's the right square?
I don't know. But I mean, okay, maybe this is a bit.
I think king 8-7 is the right
Maybe you
square.
don't have to take
Because king f7, rook d8. Not sure.
Maybe I shouldn't have done this actually.
Yeah, this is just.
Is it too much? It's
I
probably
think
too much. Okay, let me not sacrifice all
I
my
would be
pieces.
surprised if that happened. It just feels like you don't have enough pieces. But if you don't do that, on the other hand, queen d3 runs into bishop f5. Queen anywhere else, you just lose the e5 pawn. So it's either taking on c5 or going completely crazy with g6. Do we want bishop g6 on the board?
We haven't really. I mean, it feels like white has got half a move here. I just can't work it out. I don't know why.
No surprises there.
No surprises. Okay, let's see if we can make this work. Hold on a second.
I think we should see bishop g6. It's very interesting.
It's very interesting. Okay, takes.
You have to give queen g3 check, because queen d3 seems like an additional option of bishop f5.
So let's try queen d3 check.
You want to try this? Okay.
Yes.
So after king g7, are you anyway going to give?
Okay, I'll give another check.
You have to. So you could have. So let's just. Okay, queen d. You could have gone with queen g3 first. Right. I wanted to check king 8-7 actually here.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I've got perpetual, but I don't see more. I really want to get in.
How are you getting a perpetual here, Lawrence?
I don't. No.
Because I'm just.
Well, I can go queen
d5.
No, I can go queen d3 check again.
Oh crap! Yeah. No, I think black should have more than a perpetual here. You just.
Why? Why oh why?
Do you think he's thinking about this?
He's definitely thinking about it.
I mean, if there's a perpetual, then maybe.
What did he do?
No, something else. This didn't.
I mean, I didn't see it clearly.
This
so
didn't happen. So he didn't take it.
Queen d3.
He just went queen d3. So bishop f5. What's
Queen
your idea?
b3. He's a genius. And now queen b3.
Oh, this is nice.
Ah.
No, but can't I just take on?
No.
Why? Okay, you get f5. Then you take on f. You give. No, how are you gonna work this? How are you gonna work this?
Rook d8. Hold on. So let's say I take on f.
Wait, I think queen e5 has happened on the board.
Is this on the board?
Let's just refresh it. Yeah.
Okay.
So queen d. No, wait. This is the position on the board. Bishop f5, queen b3, and queen e5.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you going to make this work?
Okay. So let's say I take on f5.
I will take with the queen. There is no question there, because gf5 runs into queen f7.
Okay.
Or rook d7 is even stronger. So just want to show that. Because probably queen f7 I still defend with.
No,
I mean, I don't defend
no,
this.
queen
Yeah,
h5.
everything's winning. So bishop f5, you of course take queen f5.
Actually, I don't
think you have anything
I don't
here.
see it.
Because if you go rook d8, I have rook a1, queen f4. So he's not going to go here. Bishop f5, queen b3, queen e5. He's gone for bishop f. We have this on the board. We
Queen
have this,
b8.
and he's gone queen b8. So he's threatening queen c7. I mean, obviously black's king is weak, and the pawns are, it's equal pawns, but I think black should hold this. You know what? I can also go like rook c5 here.
Yeah, rook c5.
Rook c5 does not look like a bad move.
No, it doesn't. Rook c5, he's going to go queen.
The point is that I don't want to move this queen because I can't allow rook d7.
He's going to go rook c5, I think. Rook c5, queen e8.
Also, Lawrence, one should be careful about moves like this because, you know, it could be a little uncomfortable getting
Queen
this.
c7 check wins the rook.
That could be even more uncomfortable. So rook c5, yeah?
Yeah, rook c5.
Yeah, this makes sense. You don't want to push your pawns.
Queen e8. And we could get a position with 3 versus 2, but that's just,
firstly a draw, but
yes.
But even if he doesn't want that,
no,
can he avoid it?
That. No, he has to do. Rook d7 is just a
rook
killer.
d7 is a he's gone rook d5.
Rook d5.
Wait, what? Yeah, he's gone rook d5.
Same idea.
No, but rook d5, queen c7. Okay, so he's just going for this 3 versus 2.
Yes. He wants the 3 versus 2, which makes a lot of sense.
So what king?
Probably
king
you have to go to h6,
because
I would
king
say.
h8 you can run away with your rook and then you start threatening checkmate.
Exactly. I guess he's going to go to h6 here.
Yeah, you don't want to put it on the back rank. And now he's gone king h6. And now the thing is that you want to avoid the exchange, but you... So let's say I want to... I don't want to exchange. Then you come in rook d2, yeah? What are you going to play here? Because I think if he exchanges rook, it's just immediately draw.
Yeah, he played rook e1.
Yeah, rook e1 makes sense if you're fighting on.
Yeah, this is still very unpleasant to play with 5 minutes, by the way. With the rook still on, Shak is free rolling, rook d7. And like queen c3. Queen b8. I mean, this is very unpleasant.
He's going to play on.
Let's go to another game. Let's go to another game. Let's go back to Vidit versus Karjakin, because it looked as though Vidit was doing really well, and then it seems as though Karjakin has managed to go fishing with his queen.
Yeah, but he lost that d5 pawn finally.
Yeah, he won a pawn.
So he's an extra pawn.
A pawn is a pawn.
In this position, it really does look like a pawn is a pawn, yeah? Can I go knight g5, yeah? Maybe just rook. Now what?
Knight g5. You're so tactical, Tanya. You always out-tactic me. I don't see a good reply to that, by the way.
Because rook d2 runs into knight f3.
Yes.
Or queen d2, knight f3.
I mean, can I go h4, or is it just completely insane? It's literally completely insane, isn't it?
I mean, knight h3, you're
king
giving
g2? I mean, it is insane, but forgive my...
Maybe, no, because I see what your point is. You're threatening knights, so your idea is if I go knight f2, you want to go rook d2, and my knight hangs.
Correct. Correcto mondo. So you want to go back one, no?
Yes.
And knight f3, I go king g2 as well. It looks scary, but these are the moves you have to play sometimes.
Yeah, maybe. But knight g5 did not happen on the board.
Did he?
We do have some moves, actually.
We do. What did he play?
He played rook d6.
Rook d6. Okay. So now... So now what?
Now?
So if rook e1?
Yeah, you want to move away from this, right? You know what, you have to be careful about that rook on b5.
He's going to go knight d4 after rook e1, isn't he? That's what he wants to do.
Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting line. So rook e1.
Maybe he doesn't, but...
Oh, we've got a result.
Yeah, Mamajara versus...
Let's just see how that ended. Really quick. Oh, wow. Well, that happened.
Vishy managed to get the queens off.
Yes. Just going to quickly go through it. So we saw this, and he tried to keep the rooks. But normally these positions with 2 versus 3 are absolutely fine.
He allowed queen d8, queen f6 as well, which made it a lot easier.
Because your h4 pawn's hanging now.
Yeah.
So you really don't have much of an option but to take. You could continue, but it's really not much you're doing here. These positions are drawn. Queen. So if it's just queen versus queen, it's still a draw, and rook versus same side pawn's a draw. All right. They just rushed it.
Yeah, there's no point.
They didn't even try.
Here.
Yeah. No, it's been a long day, and it is a draw. So yeah, this is very interesting. So what happened here? This was the position with all those pins, right? And we left it about at not here. We left it around this point.
Yeah. Should be fine.
Knight d4. Wow. Things got
Feels
tricky.
Yeah, but
things got very tricky.
It feels as though Wesley's come out really well here. King h1 takes on f4.
So he took on f4 and queen f4, right?
Back, yeah.
f7's hanging.
And just rook
immediately rook e7. Hurry's down to 3 minutes and Wesley has 8 on his clock.
Wesley has solved all of his problems though, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean it's an opposite color bishop, but he has an extra pawn. Wesley's king is safe. I mean he just comes to g7, it should be fine.
This is very bad for Harry. This is bad news. Less time, bad position, pawn down. How do you defend f2 for a start? It's not clear to me at all how you defend this pawn. It's not clear to me at all.
Yeah, you're right.
I think Wesley's on a free roll here.
Because you can't play something like rook d2. There's rook e1, bishop d6 stuff. But there isn't. You got bishop. Maybe you can play rook d2. But I don't. Because you don't want to go passive in these positions. He's just gone bishop b3.
Bishop b3, yeah.
That's
I mean, I think he's doing that because if you go bishop takes f2.
Yeah, rook f1?
Probably rook f1. And f7 is... Even this is not exactly clear, but I don't know.
This is going to be a long game.
Yeah. Yeah, Wesley's going to press there. Let's go to another game. And let's go to the game between... let's go back to Hikaru against Sarin.
Yeah, this was interesting when we left it last.
Around here, 95, we saw bishop c3. Okay, knight f1.
He really wants d4.
A lot of maneuvering, as we said.
I like how he's done that though, and d4 finally.
And this is the position. Well, White's still pressing, but how much is it really? Queen c6. Okay. Can you...
No, bishop h6 does not work.
Sorry?
Bishop h6 does not work.
I wasn't thinking about
okay,
bishop h6.
Good.
Promise. I was thinking about just knight takes d4. Knight takes d4, queen takes c4 check, b takes c4.
Rook d4?
Rook d4.
Why would you allow that? You better have a very good reason. Do you want to go f4? What?
No.
Why not?
Goodness me.
Goodness me. Yeah, f4 is really bad. No, but this position, why would you allow this anyway? Bishop f4 is a threat.
Yeah, I agree. I was just trying to make heads and tails of this massive exchange.
Okay.
I was just trying to make heads and tails.
I think we have a move already.
We have a move?
Yep. So he's gone queen... What's he gone?
He went bishop e3 immediately.
Yes.
That makes sense.
And then they traded. Queen c4.
Yes.
Queen c4. Just look at this kid. Just look how confidently he's playing against Hikaru. I mean, you've got to
give him credit, haven't you?
I love him.
You've got to give him credit.
He is... It's really amazing, huh?
He's such a nice guy.
He's down to 21 seconds. You almost get a feeling like he's so calm and composed, like he's an adult.
He is an adult.
He's 14. He's all of 14.
He's an adult on the chessboard.
He really is.
He's amazing.
Oh wow, so we have this position. How did it get here? So queen c4, bc4.
Yes.
Just everything was traded off.
He won a pawn. He won a pawn. It's a pawn.
He did win.
It's something to work with.
How did he just win this pawn so easily?
It felt like it was a bit shaky for black, to be fair.
He didn't have an option. He had to give it up.
So,
alright, so knight c6, bishop b6. Okay, this is a real pawn and 2 bishops. No, this is not looking good for black at all. I don't see how he's going to create any counter. So he wants to go bishop b4. That's his idea.
Yeah.
Can you go knight d4 here?
Well, you can go c5 here even. It's completely legit. c5 and
he will go knight d4.
Yeah, also.
That makes sense.
No, this is.
Is it over?
No, but it's unpleasant. It's very unpleasant. Let's go to the Iranian game though, Tanya, because we've got action there, and poor Surya, he is just struggling with. He's now got this position. In fact, it's over.
Oh my God, this is.
Knight takes e3 is all over.
Done. This is over. I mean, the position's over. He's got no time. This is disaster for white. No, he's resigned. He's resigned already.
Yeah.
Oh. This is really tough for Surya. And the thing is, it's a big hit on your confidence as well. And when you're playing these guys, it's kind of hard to play without feeling good about your game. And the moment that they sense blood, they go for it.
They really do. And that's a big win for Levon, who's now really pushing at the top. Surya obviously hasn't been able to get any rhythm since he's been here. Do you think Levon should be allowed to wear such a shirt? Is it off-putting for the opponent, Tanya? Or?
I love it. I love it.
Is it a giraffe? It is actually a giraffe print. It is a giraffe print. I thought chat was just having me on, but it's truly a giraffe print.
He looks great.
Only certain people can pull that shirt off, and Levon Aronian is one of them.
He's one of them. All right, so this is over.
Yep. Let's go to
Vidit.
Vidit. Okay.
Because, so what's the current position, Lawrence?
The current position is suffering for Sergey Karjakin, his favorite form of
just being
chess. I mean, but he's so resilient.
No, this is so bad.
How bad is it? I mean, it's really bad.
I think it's really bad. White has all the play in the position, the better pieces. He's an extra pawn. This would be a big win for Vidit if he's able to convert this.
Huge win.
He's been sort of struggling. Now, look at that time. Sergey's down to seconds.
That's what it says.
10 seconds.
That's what it says, but I'm not sure it's
we don't know if it's
completely accurate. Yeah. No, this is horrible.
This is so bad.
King f8 on the board.
The thing is, I see no compensation for the pawn at all.
Well, there is none. It's just a case of do you survive or not. That's it. That is it. The question is, how do you now just slowly... these are positions that you don't rush, Tanya. This is where a lot of people make a mistake. They rush these positions. You don't rush. You build your advantages. You collect the small advantages, build them up, and the question is, what piece is not working here for white? How would you... I mean, I'm not that impressed by this bishop on f3. Where would I like it to be? Would I like it to be anywhere else? The question is, I don't really...
Bishop's doing well on f3, no? I mean, if you move your knight, I come to d5. I don't see a better square than f3. I think what white has to try and do is to try and push these pawns now.
Yeah, that would also make...
That seems like a plan.
So what? Would you play a move like queen e1 here, or is that just ridiculous? With the idea of going b4?
Yeah, that looks like a reasonable suggestion.
What about also a move like queen c3? Because now I'm eyeing the h8 square as well.
You're eyeing the h8, you're not allowing queen d3.
I like queen c3. Because also sometimes white might just want to go queen c3 and put a pawn on h6. Because let's say here, sometimes I can even just think about this move with some ideas like this. So I wonder, so queen c3, queen e1, one of these moves.
I like queen c3.
Do you?
I think it's, he's gone h6. He's
gone h6 immediately. So now he's actually decided that...
He's going for it.
He's going for it, exactly.
So rook e8.
Rook e8 on the board.
He has to trade.
Yeah, he does have to trade.
So he took on e8, knight e8.
Takes.
And now can he go queen c3? I want to come to h8 and threaten b4.
And by the way,
we have a result.
Wesley did not beat Hari Krishna, and we'll have a look at that a bit later, but apparently he missed a very strong move on move 31.
All right.
We will have a look at that a bit later.
So
Wesley not really firing, is he?
No.
No, he's not firing. This position is very... This is actually the last... Oh, no, we've got the Sarin game as well. We'll stay here just for the moment.
So what about queen c3 here?
He played it.
Okay, so we have queen c3 on the board and king e7.
Now the point is this pawn
You have knight f6 always to defend it though.
That's true.
So queen h8. I mean b4 looks normal.
Just
b4 you've got to push the... And he's gone for b4.
Yeah, of course.
You have to push these pawns to have any shot at winning this position. Queen f6.
Queen f6. Now you have to keep the queens on here, in my opinion. A check looks normal. You can even go here, just to sometimes tease along the diagonals.
Queen e3 is a very interesting move actually, but queen e3 is what he's played. And is he going to go queen e6 now?
Yeah, and now he's going to go like...
queen e6.
He might repeat here even. He's also got this check to go
But then anyway, queen f6. I liked the queen a3 idea.
Did you?
Avoiding the exchange.
You're saying you liked one of my ideas, right?
So queen d4.
Yeah.
So what about queen d6? Oh, bishop d5. He probably wants to put the bishop on d5. We have another result. What happened to Sarin's game?
Sarin lost.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
He didn't hold. But he was always going to struggle, wasn't he?
Yeah, that position was tough.
Yeah. And a big win for Hikaru's bulldozing.
He really is. He's really showing who's boss here and in this format. I mean, this guy is unstoppable in rapid and blitz.
Yeah, he's truly.
He's truly strong. Yeah, this is where he shows how dangerous he is. I think it's just his style of play that is so suited to this format.
Exactly.
You know?
Queen d6.
So what does he want to go bishop
No
d5?
rush. No need to rush, Mr. Vidit. You know, check.
He is not going to repeat.
And yeah, and there's some queen. There we go.
c1.
Perfect.
All right, now you can't challenge me. I want to play c5 next.
Queen e5.
So you're playing on 30 seconds. With it is down to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should go c5 now. c5 and put that pawn on c6.
I'm not sure. How crazy is it to go c5 takes and b5? How crazy?
No, he just takes on c5. Come on, and puts that pawn on c6.
Yeah, I know, but then what? Hasn't Black got a bit of a blockade here?
No, then you... Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I was...
So knight c7.
Knight c7, c6.
And king f6. So you're saying, how do you break this position
Exactly.
now? That is your big question. I think queen d2... I want to come in with my... I have to come in with my queen. Okay, what do you play for queen d2? Question.
Well, I don't know.
Question.
I legitimately don't know. Is his idea... Does he want to go here and scoot across?
I think that's exactly what he wants. And you might have... But then I'll have bishop h5. So what is your... No, queen d2 is... I think this is what he wants.
Yeah. Hikaru's actually got 3 out of 3 today.
Oh wow, what
Won
a
all
day
his
for
games.
him. What
Incredible.
a day for him.
Vidit has to move.
Queen d2, logical. Now g5 is very interesting, Lawrence, what you suggested. Because...
But it does allow queen d3. That's the problem.
Yeah, right.
And you
I'm not in time to come king g6.
Because of check.
So,
and that wins.
No, so he's going to move the knight to e7. To e6. He's got knight e6. And the queen comes in.
Yes.
So queen c7 or what? What are these endings?
These endings are really tricky to play. Queen c... Does he want to go queen e8?
Do you have king g5?
You have... You can have whatever you like. Looks bad. King g5 feels a lot. Anyway.
But queen h8 is a threat in that position, so what's the position?
I don't know.
He went queen c7.
Okay, he's going to go queen e8. He's going to go queen.
I think he's going to go queen e8. Come on with it. He's gone queen e8.
He's done it.
And now king g5, bishop d5, yeah? But if you don't play king g5, and he's going to go for it. He's gone king e5. The other. But what about queen h8 now? f6.
Yeah,
f6,
this is his idea.
f6.
So what about just, you know, like a cute move here would be...
Don't do it.
What?
What were you going to do?
Bishop g4.
Okay.
What did you think I was going to do here? He's gone
queen h8, and it's going to be f6.
Okay, yeah, this is the other way you can do this. So you can go queen h8,
provoke a weakness.
Exactly, provoke and then maybe just come back
to e8. But then king d6.
Okay.
And how are you going to ever improve? You're going to go bishop g4 then?
No.
Why not?
Because I want to keep...
So he's gone queen e8.
Yeah, exactly. King d6. And then he's going to play a really good move here. A move like...
Can he go bishop g4 here? Or is that...
I mean, he can. f5.
But f5, I come back.
And then just back, right?
So he's gone f5. He's not gone king d6.
Okay.
So... And queen h8 back, yeah. King d6.
King d6.
Now. And how do you improve this? Because now the bishop's not moving ever.
He's just so good at defending queen back to c3.
He really is.
Okay, but this is still a huge task.
It's a huge task. And Vidit is really low on the clock. He's down to 20 seconds. Queen a7 on the board.
Queen to a7.
Queen b4 check.
Queen b4 check.
So king c7 runs into queen e7. So your only move is
knight c5.
That's right.
Queen d4, I'm sure, will be played here.
Queen b4, and now king c7, king e7. No, king e7 is queen g7, so he has to go king c7 now. Is he in trouble?
Wait a second. Why can't I go queen g7, take the queen, and go c7? Check.
You can.
Take and c7.
You
and
can.
Thank you. And good night.
Come on with it. Is he gonna do? He's gone for it. Yeah, this is just over.
Just take it and c7.
Oh my God, he knows. He knows. This is over. c7 and it's done. You can't defend this, and it's.
That's it.
Oh, what a beautiful game by Vidit.
Beautiful game.
Absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful game. And finally, he gets a much-needed victory.
Yes.
Yeah, and Sergey's obviously unhappy. He missed something very, very easy, it seems.
This is Vidit's first win, actually.
Yes, it is.
It's his first win of the tournament.
We're going to have a quick look at the So game, because apparently Wesley missed something extremely strong around here. In this position, after move 31, Wesley had the move knight to c3, which apparently is winning. Any idea why? Well, it's a double attack. So let's say you can't go rook here because queen b1. We win the rook. And if you go rook d2...
Maybe you just take on f2, no?
What about, can you give a check first and then just take?
You're not afraid of losing queen c8, queen c3 check?
No, I'm...
You should be very afraid of that.
There's no mate, right? Yeah, we
can't do that. No, it's a check. Queen c3 is a check.
Yeah, no. We can't do that. So what happens after rook d2?
Can I just take on f2 first?
What we could do is, you could do this.
And now
just take it.
And then take on
And just
f2.
take it.
This is just like
That's
two
it.
pawns,
That's over.
Yeah.
Two pawns, this one's falling, everything's...
Very simple.
Yeah,
oh, he missed knight c3, yeah? So what did he play?
Well, he didn't play knight c3, he played... what did he play? He took on f4. Big mistake.
Yeah.
Big mistake. Knight c3 was just crushing.
It looks really strong, huh?
Yeah. You know, we've seen a lot of misses today, Tanya. Aronian not seeing rook c8.
A lot of hits as well.
A lot of hits, a lot of misses, a lot of blunders, which we expect. That's why we love Rapid, right? Because there's just so much drama in these games. And we're going to have a look at the results again very quickly here. Here are the results of round 6.
So Surya, another loss to Levon. He's really struggling here. With his first win of the tournament against Sergey Karjakin with the white pieces, a very nice game. Hari drew with Wesley. Wesley missing a big chance with knight c3 on move 31. Shahryar Mamedyarov drew with Vishy Anand. Hikaru Nakamura also drew with Nehal.
No,
Is that
that's
right?
incorrect.
No, that's wrong. That's incorrect.
We've got an incorrect result there.
So Nehal lost, yeah.
Nehal lost.
Nehal lost to Hikaru, so we're going to fix that bit.
We are going to fix that.
We are going to fix that. Not you and I.
Not you and I. But hopefully...
Someone's going to fix that.
Hopefully the producer, who is watching right now, will help us fix that. And we will have to make sure that... Because I've got a funny feeling that Hikaru's actually got more points than that. So we'll just get that sorted out. We can try and count from yesterday.
I think this is correct because Levon also won.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, Levon and Hikaru both won.
We've got an interesting setup here, guys. Okay. So
Levon, Hikaru both at 4.5 at the end of day 2. 2 leaders going into the final day. That's tomorrow, guys. And Hari Krishna, the only player at 3.5, right behind Levon. Well, not right behind. He's actually an entire point behind them. They're far away.
They are far away.
They're far away.
They are very far away.
Then we've got an entire group of players on 3 with Karjakin, Shak, Vishy and Wesley. Wesley missing a big opportunity today against Hari Krishna. Vidit on 2.5, Nehal on 2 and Surya on 1. Really tough day.
And we have...
So...
We're just waiting here for the correction.
And there it is. So Nehal lost to Hikaru. Yep. A nice game by Hikaru where you mentioned how he wanted to play more...
Perfect.
More against the style of what Nehal likes to play. He didn't want to complicate matters. He kept it simple, more about maneuvering. And he sort of outplayed him in that sort of a game.
It was perfect strategy.
Really good strategy.
Really perfect. And... his class showed, his experience showed, and Nehal just couldn't deal with the maneuvering, basically. That's the way you have to play him. So...
We're going to go into a quick short break, but don't go away because we'll be back with Vidit.
We'll be right back. See you soon.